afternoon, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Friday, December 2nd, and I'm Neha Perumalla with another daily update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Many don't know the true purpose of White Ribbon Week. With today being the final day of the week, WTV's Divya Murali has more.
It may not get the same attention as Red Ribbon Week, which is designed to prevent drug abuse, but this week was White Ribbon Week, which tackles another issue.
The purpose of White Ribbon Week is to raise awareness for different disabilities. Sometimes just being different and having disabilities isn't always something that's addressed, and so it's really to raise awareness for it and make it normal and normalize the conversations about disabilities.
Some students may experience little interaction with students who have disabilities, but it's something McHenry thinks needs more attention.
I think there are a lot of issues, in society today that are important but aren't being spoken about, and I think disabilities is one of those topics. What I always say to my Best Buddies chapter is that we all have disabilities because we're obviously not all the same person, so we all have things that we're not as good at and things like that. So I think it's definitely something that should be talked about, and Disability Awareness Week or White Ribbon Week is something that kind of forces that a little bit more.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Divya Murali.
Even though the football season is over for all Frisco ISD schools, the Ford Center is still hosting playoff games, and students are very much involved in the video production of the games. WTV's Maddie Owens takes us behind the scenes for a night at the Star.
As the Ford Center transitions from district play to playoff games, the staff behind the scenes remains the same. While security guards, concession staff, and custodians work on the field and at the gates, there are almost 30 more Dallas Cowboys and Frisco ISD employees that literally run the show behind the scenes. From the media booth 3 levels above the field, there are directors that work with cameramen to produce the show that is displayed on the Jumbotron. Of these employees, roughly 10 of them are students.
The things we allow kids to do at the Star are cameras. Every one of our cameras is going to be operated by a kid. We've got students that technically direct. We've got students that run our robo camera up here, which is kind of our remote controlled end zone camera. The ribbon boards that you'll see in here, that's run by a student with Blaze. And on the field, our A2 role, or our second in command, our second audio person, is going to be a student as well.
These students are able to work with professional equipment straight from the AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Students learn to operate the professional equipment while learning less camera-specific things like production terminology.
Pretty nice. Take that.
Just in terms of touching the equipment and getting comfortable with it there, it's just opportunities that are second to none. And then, of course, learning the terminology, learning what it's like to run a camera or operate a piece of equipment during a live production. You can't fake that, or you can't simulate that. I mean, you have to experience it.
As a student working at the Star, I've learned to control the cameras and control a program called Blaze, which manages live advertisements for the Ford Center. You gain some experience that you can't practice for. You can only experience an in-game scenario whenever you're controlling things.
With a 5 to 10 hour weekly commitment, students can use this time as volunteer hours and a unique job for resume points.
So first of all, it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy doing that. And second, it boosts your resume, and it is service hours, but it's a lot of fun, and it's something that I really want to look into later in life, so it provides me with a really good experience to do that.
Playoff games will continue to be held at the Ford Center for the next few weeks before soccer season will take over the stadium during winter break, giving these student employees more opportunities to work behind the scenes. This is Maddie Owens for WTV.
The Cowboys moving their world headquarters to Frisco is sparking a slew of new developments. WTV's Maddie D'Addario has a story on one of the newest tenants.
The Star is much more than just a Ford Center, with many new features being added on a regular basis. The newest addition currently under construction is Cowboys Fit, the new Dallas Cowboys gym that will be open for the public.
Cowboys Fit is a very unique experience for a few reasons. One of them is there's never been a gym that offers all the same equipment, nutrition, and just the experience that a pro athlete gets. Cowboys Fit is the first of its kind, as there's never been a gym open to the public at any other NFL headquarters. So we're really excited, especially with the way the Cowboys are doing this year, that we kind of get to get the community involved with the Cowboys family, and it really feels like we're all kind of one team together.
Cowboys Fit is not only a gym, but also offers nutritional programs and different rehab therapies.
We have a lot of special features here. We have a beautiful rooftop pool that actually overlooks the Dallas Cowboys practice field. We're trying to do like a kind of all under one roof experience. So we also have recovery options. It includes cryotherapy, Normatec. We're going to have sports massages. So it's really like a one-stop shop. We're also offering all kinds of like boutique classes that you a lot of people will get class passes and kind of hop all over town, but we're going to be offering, all types of classes just under one roof. So it's going to be really exciting. Players are actually in the same building. They're just around the corner. They won't be training at our gym necessarily, but we have all the same equipment as them. We have the same nutritionists as them. And, you just never know when you're going to catch a glimpse of them when you're out on the pool. So it's really cool. If you're interested in membership at Cowboys Fit or you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 972-437-5000 or just stop by the Star and we'll be happy to help.
The gym will be finished and open to the public on February 1st. I'm Maddie D'Addario for Wingspan TV.
It's one of the top programs in the state, and with December here, the wrestling team is trying to make another run at state title. In this week's edition of My Life As, WTV takes a look into the life of wrestler Blaine Rowe.
My life as a wrestler, every morning when I get up, if I don't have practice, I go to tutorials so I don't fail and I can still wrestle. But when we do have to wake up and wrestle, normally when we get here around 7:15, we go run a mile to warm up, and then we get into weightlifting. We usually do a lot of lower body lifts and maintenance lifts so we can maintain our strength throughout the season. And then we do our conditioning running, which usually involves a lot of running up and down the bleachers in the gymnasium. And then after school, when we practice, we usually start off with our warm-up, and then we go right into drilling. When we drill, it's just going over moves that we've learned or that our coach is teaching us. And it's live drilling, so we always wrestle each other while we drill. Then at the very end of practice, before conditioning, we'll usually wrestle a match or two with our partners. Well, a big part of wrestling is you have to make weight. So every morning before and after practice, we'll usually weigh in to see what we weigh so we know what we can go home and eat. Because liquid weighs a lot more than food. So if you can eat food, you can eat a lot more food and there's not have any liquid, and you'll still be a good weight to wrestle at. And that's my life as a wrestler.
If you're looking for more information on a story or current news event, follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. Please stay tuned for today's announcements. Students will not be able to park in the teacher parking lot by the tennis courts anymore until after 2:30 p.m. The entire east side of the school is open for parking. Soccer scarves are now available in 2 styles for $15. See Coach Kaiser in room C112 for more details. That's it for today's daily update. This has been Neha Perumalla for WTV.